Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, okay. Well, my number one is Titanfall on the Xbox One.
Happy episode 100. Look at that.
Yeah, I've been playing this all day, and I hadn't played it before you had. I don't want to repeat what a lot of people said when it was played at the places like Eurogamer. It really is quite amazing. I don't really have a whole lot to say. I mean, I'll explain a little bit. About, there's 3 game modes in the beta, which is going to run until the end of this weekend. There's what did you play when you played it?
It was, I think it was just a death match, like a team death match.
It was probably attrition mode, which is it's a death match, and then you have a mad race to try and get back onto your ship.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that. There's hard point, which is basically 3 points conquest, essentially, or domination, and then last Titan standing, which is my favourite of the 3 at the moment, where you all have 1 Titan, you have 1 life, and it's just a team-based fight to the death, and it's just a real thriller, and tactics always win out. Some of the systems, I mean, it's one of those games that just hurls systems at you. Looking at footage, there was some things that I was worried about, like there's this vortex shield that you have when you're in a mech, and you can just sort of absorb the fire that's coming towards you and then sort of throw it back. I was worried that looked like it was too easy to do, but you can't. You really have to be careful. It's not as simple as just hurling it back. You have to sort of anticipate where your enemy's going to be.
Right.
So a lot of the times when you see people using that move, they screw it up because it is actually quite hard to do it. The pistol, it's just a random observation, but the pistol is the best pistol since the original Halo. Do you remember it? Did you use it?
Can't remember it, gotta be honest.
Multi-lock-on. It's one of the first things you do in training. You start, that's the coolest pistol I've seen in a long time. I didn't realise you could jump out of your Titan and it can follow you around, or you can leave it to guard an area. This is a game that throws systems at you. You have to manage your dash meter when you're in the Titan, because that's an invaluable move. You can't overuse it, and then you have to manage the vortex shield. You have to, it's one of those games that's just bursting with systems.
I think I had like an electric shock thing when I had my Titan in the game that I played. It like electrified people or something.
What, a move that the Titan?
Yeah, I didn't have the vortex shield, I don't think.
Oh right, I haven't. We've just been unlocking perks all afternoon.
Right.
So there's different ones and different moves steadily. I mean, it's a very much a Call of Duty sort of level up perk structure that I'm still unlocking bits and pieces, and it's not complete obviously because it's only a beta. There are these burn cards which are quite interesting, which are like one-off perks which you can just activate in the middle of a game. They look like playing cards. So one of them is a prosthetic set of legs, so you can run. So you can die in the middle of a game and then stick one of these cards on, so you can run faster with prosthetic legs, or they sort of chop 40 seconds off how long it takes for your mech to be built. Or you can instantly swap your primary weapon to shotgun to save you changing your loadout. Stuff like that. Really cool ideas. Very, very Call of Duty. The matchmaking is incredible. On several occasions today, I started the game up and it just... I clicked matchmaking, I jumped straight into my friend's game on his side. Straight away. It's absolutely... I've never seen matchmaking done that well. Who knows? I mean, there aren't many people playing it at the moment. Over the weekend, I'm sure it'll be far busier, and obviously at launch it'll be busy. But if it works anything like that, it's quite something. If the beta is a true indication of the final game, Titanfall could shift Xbox Ones in the way that the original Halo shifted Xboxes. It's a game that feels complete. It's done with such confidence and brio, and it feels finished. The beta feels like it's a finished game, and considering the year we've just had with Battlefield and all manner of games that came out that clearly weren't ready to come out, this is like a sucker punch. It's ready to go already. It feels like. It's so entertaining to play. It feels so good. You feel in such control of it. I've been playing it all day, and I just can't wait to get back to it. It's like I said. If this is an accurate representation of the final game, then it's going to be a hell of a thing.
Holy shit.
Really,
yeah.
I mean, it's incredible. It's going to be a very long weekend, or a very short weekend, I should say, because I'm going to get my money's worth out of that beta, for God's sake.
And suddenly the Xbox One's seeming quite tempting. All of a sudden.
It's amazing because all of the elements are... everything's been done before. but just the brio, the confidence that it's done with. It's just like, yeah, that goes there, that goes there, that goes
but
there.
But it's been done before by these guys, right?
That's true, exactly. I mean, they sort of basically created Modern Warfare.
So my question was, I mean, one of the things that I didn't really get a chance to experiment when I've only had one game on this, and this was ages ago now, was like the free running aspect when you're out of the Titan. How does that work? Is it good?
It's good. I mean, you have a double jump, and then you sort of you free run off things, and then occasionally you can jump again. I think it was on Eurogame at a preview, and they worded it very well. But basically, it's very easy. Anyone can sort of jump around and sort of manoeuvre around the environment, but there is a sort of rhythm to it. So I was seeing people bounce in through the window. I was like, oh, I know a little bit of practice and you'll be doing that, but it's not. You know, it's easy to do, but mastering it's going to take a little bit longer. And it's impossible.
How does the Titans work in the attrition mode? Because I remember I was playing and then suddenly said like ready for Titanfall or something like that.
But every 2 minutes or so you get a Titan, and then you can either spawn in it when you next die, or you can summon it immediately to where you are. And it takes about 5 seconds. It lands, you jump in it, and then boom. So every couple of minutes, but you can use those burn cards to say, you know, make them arrive quicker.
Okay.
People can, if you're on the ground, you can jump on the back of a mech, and then the best thing for them to do is to jump out, shoot you off it, and then either jump back in or let your mech carry on, sort of firing using AI. But yeah, it's so good. I mean, everyone's. I mean, you said this. It's so fun.
Yeah, it's so fun. That game, I had so much fun.
Yeah. I don't know what else to say about it. It's so entertaining, and it just feels like the elements may be old as the hills, but it feels so fresh. And I really do think it could do what Halo did, because I haven't played a game this sense. I mean, it feels like it's really shaken up the shoot. People have said this for months, but it's incredibly special, and hopefully the full package measures up.
I guess that's what you get when you get the guys that pretty much reinvented that world, and they they can pick and choose the best guys making those games in the world to bring to their team.
Yeah,
awesome.
I mean, it's and I guess I think I hope EA have sort of given them sort of carte blanche to do what they've wanted to do, because it just has the confidence of, I haven't played a game that's just like wham. You know, for a long time. Last year was a funny year for stuff like that, but this feels like the next step.
Man, I'm tempted. I'm going to play the PC beta this weekend, but it's going to be full of people playing on mouse and keyboard, and I want to play on a controller. But yeah, that Xbox One suddenly seeming like quite a different prospect.